Could 100 men beat a gorilla? Literally our ancestors. Yeah, but we're using weapons here. It's supposed to be one gorilla versus 100 men unarmed. If swearing is immature, then why is it considered adult language? Oh, he's got a point. Since no one wants to play toys with me today, I am going to do my third favorite activity, drowning. This is the thought process of every child under the age of 5 for some reason. Would you trust your profile picture in this situation? Hell no. I fell asleep drunk on porch waiting for my food. Arguing with me is pointless. The grass is blue for me as long as it irritates you. I'm gonna look for the elevator. Stairs. Ghost hunter. Knock on something if you're here. Ghost. Knocks on something. Ghost hunter. Screams in terror and runs away. Ghost. The lion stutters when having interactions with so-called females. I forgot how to kitty, so I'm a bat now. A book introduction cannot convince you to read a book. Let me guess, it ends with happily never after. Me, when I taught my teacher bad morning. Once upon a Sigma. Rise of the broken Sigma intro. Are Diz silly? No, Diz are not silly. Low-key been using my phone more. Not even breaking 2K on Safari. Loser. One wrong move and you're in the freak note. What are you gonna do to me in there? This is not Riz. Bubba. Meow meow, I love you. Hi kitty, I miss you. Hi, I miss you. I mean, it's working. It seems like it's working. I got charged a witching fee for informing them that I was served the wrong beer. Witching fee. Get me out of this school, bro. Doze out Tuesday. This is very weird. My roommate thought it was a good time to make banana bread in this condition. I'm paying off my student debt. You got 1,000 tickets? Never seen this happen before. Apparently this dude who started Netflix did so because he got a $40 late fee from Blockbuster and was annoyed. Pettiness is the greatest motivation in the world. Secrets thread. I lied about being able to read palms for years just because I had a hand fetish, but couldn't find another way to rub girls' hands. What's stopping men from putting it in a hot dog bun when they send pictures? Where is the creativity? These boys got lost in the Amazon rainforest and survived for 27 days. The Brazilian army recognized them as true jungle warriors. Yeah, let me run it by my legal team real quick. My legal team. Hey, does this new partner contract look legal and stuff? This is a PDF of the Domino's pizza menu. My friend and I making a list of what makes men feminine. Passenger princess, Apple Pay, what do you mean? Shopping spree, wearing sandals, riding bikes, not pumping gas, not asking 50-50. Okay. Whoa, ladies, one at a time, please. You wouldn't ironically pirate a font. You wouldn't steal a car. Anti-piracy campaign may have used pirated fonts. Help, my key isn't working. The letter that comes after Y. G. When would you ever need the Z key? How am I going to sleep? I don't drink and drive, but sometimes I eat and drive. Distracted by eating a rotisserie chicken and entered the other lane. My 7-year-old announced that the most boring toy to receive would be one Lego. So now there's a big family discussion about how many Legos you would need to tip over into the fun category. 7-year-old is insisting the minimum is 5. You have an amazing smile. Thank you. I want to start a family with you. Is this thing on? Hi, silly question. Am I allowed to hang out here? Americans need the right to roam so bad, dude. When that turn is just a little bit too sharp. Who lied to men and told them they were logical? They mums. So women. That's not what I said. What the hell do you mean tomorrow? I cut it horribly and now my boyfriend says I ate more than half of the cookie. How much did I really eat? I visited a gun shop in Indiana once and had to use the bathroom. Inside was a portrait of a naked man with a thick wooden board covering where his private parts would be. Curiosity got the best of me and I tried to lift the board. It let off an air horn throughout the whole store. I used to be scared of you as a child, but now I believe you're humanity's best chance against that gorilla. My sister is a middle school teacher in Queens. Look at what she confiscated from one of her students as they tried passing it to the person next to them. Can I smash? 100 men versus 1 gorilla? Bro, it's 10 billionaires versus 8 billion of us, and we're losing that one too. Got a new job. Lobotomy cooperation. The gorilla has to win 100 times. We only have to win once. He's not playing. You served vegetables that were frozen solid. You also interrupted my movie twice to ask me to take a survey. Miss Johnson waited 35 years for this moment. Dad, did you go to the same school as me? Yeah, the same school as you, only 35 years ago. Why do you ask? Well, Miss Johnson said today that she hasn't seen an idiot like me in 35 years. No, the hell I did not. You started sharing your location with young Stroker the body snatcher. Cigarette packs take a lot longer to finish without you. That kinda sounded gay, but I meant it as in reason you're always taking my 6. I miss when there was a computer room and it stayed there. Remember when we used to say be right back all the time when we were online? We don't say it anymore. We no longer leave. We live here now. Trying to explain to my parents very gently that basically nobody under 40 right now expects good things to ever happen again. I need a listener boyfriend. Now we wait. I need a yapper girl. Now we wait. I need air. I have asthma. Gorillas can be killed by landmines placed along forest paths. I was reading Wikipedia about threats to gorilla conservation, and I'm deeply ashamed to admit that the mental image upon reading that a gorilla could step on a landmine made me... This reads like a video game loading screen. When I'm pulling the fakest story possible to impress a chick and bro says, I was there. This is actually the opposite for me. My friend will stop making up stuff about me to impress them. The HOA can kiss my nuts. This is going to look so cool in my front yard. A stranded man who was airlifted from Mount Fuji was rescued again days later after he returned to get his phone. I'll do it again. Our technologies permit us to manipulate time and space. Excuse me? Drug tests for everyone in the White House, and I'm not joking. Need a full body massage, a margarita, 400 milligrams of ibuprofen, a plate of brownies, at least an hour in a jacuzzi, and $20,000 cash. The mouse after you give him a cookie. I made some frankly preposterously good-looking spaghetti for the kids. Fresh parm, homemade meatballs, freshly chopped basil, restaurant-looking stuff. My 6-year-old. Dad, can I say heck? Sure, buddy. This spaghetti looks good as fuck. I waved to a lady because I thought she waved at me. Apparently she waved to another man. So, to get out of the awkward situation, I kept my hand up and the taxi pulled over and drove me to the airport. I'm now in Germany starting a new life. Have you ever tried to find yourself on Google Earth? One summer, I saw one of their planes flying over, so I lay in my yard for a few passes. A few months later, I appeared on Google Earth. Lord, give me the strength to make this drive home without stopping at the Wendy's to get a junior bacon cheeseburger and a Frosty. Lord, take away his strength. So apparently my 2-year-old nephew has been walking up to crying kids at his school and saying, use your words, when they're throwing a tantrum. I love surprising my metabolism. It never knows what's coming, either absolute starvation or 21,000 calories all at once. When I'm having fun on a Sunday and it reaches 6 to 7 p.m. I hate my life. First world problem in Iceland. This is not the PP Museum. Then they gave directions to the PP Museum. It has a big PP logo. Sincerely, the people who work here. Just got banned from OF. Hey, do you do requests? What's your request, baby? Can you send a video of your father telling you he's proud of you? 6-year-old me. After trying my parents' toothpaste instead of my strawberry rainbow unicorn toothpaste, it tasted like responsibilities and taxes. Just reminding everyone that I'll be turning evil soon, and it sucks, but it has to happen. I'm fed up of being the nice guy. The average gorilla according to TikTok comments. Yeah, I have done an Instagram poll actually, and I will tell you the results. I used this image and I said, who wins? 100 average men or one gorilla? 60% said average men. I still think the gorilla wins. My lawyer friend showed me this email he got from HR, and it's not looking too good for him. IT informed us that a lot of the company's internet bandwidth was being utilized by a site called The Hub. Please consider this a warning. You only got a warning for that? Dope. Me watching the firefighting helicopter dip its bucket into my pool that I filled with gasoline. Third graders when they get a 5-minute timeout after literally committing assault and battery on their friend. Hey homie, this is my spot. You need some seed? Every protein bar is called something like double chocolate indulgence caramel cookie dough delight crunch and tastes like clay and sawdust. 2 men were brought up on federal hacking charges when they exploited a bug in the video poker machines and won $500,000. All these guys did was simply push a sequence of buttons that they were legally entitled to push. The case was dismissed. You have to be the one that saves you. New office neighbor has a very sensible office door policy. Door open. Very welcome to knock and come in. Yes, I would love to have a chat. Door closed. Please do not knock at my door or come in unless you have urgent business. I am extremely easily distracted and I will talk to you until the end of time instead of writing my dissertation. Never come in without knocking. List of things that are urgent business. The building or someone is on fire. You're bringing me coffee. Revolution. There's a dog. What about a cat? Sometimes I remember this picture and burst out laughing. I feel assaulted. What do these colors remind you of? It reminds me of windows. I always think about my cousin in Greece who's like obsessed with American culture, but I'll say that I'm going to a barbecue and she'll be like, wow, a real life American barbecue? Will there be red cups? You bet your butt there'll be red cups. Take my hand, have a hot dog. All your dreams can come true here at the real life American barbecue. Me, realizing I'm not nonchalant or mysterious. I'm just really awkward. When the deep state, my family, leaks classified information, my birthday, to their known informant, the Applebee's waitress, and they all approach us clapping. It could be worse, man. You could be some 20-something sitting alone in front of their computer on a Saturday night. Can't relate. Never Never been on my computer on a Saturday night. Nope, not 20 either. The size difference between my burrito versus my boyfriend's. Exact same order. Anime guys, if I lived in that world, I'd be the biggest, strongest, cool guy, I swear to God. All of you guys in reality. My dumb, founded, my flabbers, garsted, my gob, smacked, my butt, tarnished. A person generally hates you for 3 reasons. 1, they want to be you. 2, they hate themselves. 3, they see you as a threat. 4, you clap when the plane lands. The Starbucks employee, when I click no tip for microwaving my croissant, growled on. That fat blue fish could never have this much aura. The pothole outside my place has gotten so deep that we are getting a chance to see some history. We also had a cream incident. Nick, I'm Nick by the way. Video game dialogue after reveals their name. Their friend with no car after the hangout. Yes, go there. This is really sending me. At my dealer's place, the guy I buy my discontinued Bath and Body Works lotions from. How does he have discontinued stuff? He just got like a secret plug where he makes them himself. Speed, stealth, attack, warmth. Choose your build. I'm going with warmth. I got a problem with how hot I like my baths, okay? Assorted cheese plate at the hotel I'm staying at. Okay, I'm not being funny, but which one am I? I need to piss immediately. Bees or birds? I think bees is more masculine, so I'd be going in bees. When I think of birds, I think of, you know, really peaceful doves flying in the sky. I bet these replies in quick succession were really helpful. I'd say it doesn't really matter, but just going on what I know, 99% of bees are female. Bird is slang for girl, so probably bees. Yeah, I'm with Charlie. Why am I always full? Maybe because 4 tortilla chips equals 1 tortilla, which means I eat about 13 tortillas before my meal comes. If you x-ray an orange tabby cat's head, you just find one of these instead of a brain. I think in most animals, when your therapist says, let's unpack that, rather than laughing at the joke you made, sending out my monthly, sorry, I have been so busy, I'm just seeing this, text to everyone in my personal life I have unintentionally ignored for weeks because I'm physically incapable of answering texts. The human condition. I'd like to point out the irony in this picture. There are 5 people on the steps directly behind the sculpture, and none of them are on their phones. They are all interacting with each other. Just learned the slang for bisexual in Japanese is Nitarayu, which means dual blade user. It's the coolest thing ever. I like men and women. Who's not police but feels like police to you? Chipotle workers who tell the cashier you got double chicken and steak. Gonna black out tonight. A work of art. How it feels getting a whiff of gasoline while filling up the car. The synonym of a companion is fool, mirror, entrapment, partner. There, how big is your English vocabulary test? Dropped new ship dynamics. It's a fool. Went to a gym that wasn't Planet Fitness. It has a punching bag. Beat the hell out of it while yelling and listening to DBZ music. No one bats an eye. No lunk alarm. I might start working out again. The place is a bit out of the way, but I can Uber there. Imagine turning up to the gym and you see some guy hitting a bag and he's just screaming. If surf and turf didn't rhyme, no restaurant would have the courage to let you order a steak and a lobster together as if it were one meal. When the 10 out of 10 starts scooting closer, and you remember when you made your first million in GTA. 43, wife left me. Finally get to have my own stuff, but just realized I have no idea what I'm doing. Evolution of the Coke bottle throughout the years. The first Coke bottle. How it feels seeing a 10 out of 10, but you're on family vacation, and people say romance is dead. We should eat later to make you less mentally ill. Cute garden concept. When I get my own house, this is the first order of business. Realized that my childhood punishments became my adulthood goals. Eat healthy, in bed by 9 p.m, less screen time, getting spec. You did not need to say that last one. Date a girl who wears glasses. It's like dating 2 girls when she takes them off. Wash her makeup up, and then you get to date 3 girls. Take her meds away, and you can have up to 10. Damn, who are these guys dating? And then if you take your own meds, you wouldn't be dating anyone. I once dated a man who just got in the mood from making eye contact with me, and I really need to find that again. Yesterday, didn't we agree to meet in the outer ring? I forgot, I'm sorry. I see I was worried I got the wrong time. I've gotten a lot of things wrong lately. It's okay, let's meet next time. Me, ripping out the nerves from my arm so the government can't track me. This Tumblr post deserves to be put in history textbooks. Oh, this explains it. Engravings give you no tactical advantage. Is this some sort of peasant joke that I'm too rich to understand? If I become the evil overlord, I will never harm my minions. 5 years later, highly throwable imp. Lost in the woods. Yeah, this is so scary. Wait, is that a page for a boy band? The Slenderman? Collect my albums. Everything at Taco Bell is just a combination of the same ingredients, but in different shapes. Never been. Bro, LeBron is almost the same size as a whole building. I literally struggled to believe that some people haven't tried Tim Tams, Vegemite, Fairy Bread, WizFizz. I have tried Fairy Bread. It's not for me. Are those street names for drugs? Yeah, Australian drugs. Time lapse of the Midwest road construction. 2000 2019 to 2025. New favorite conspiracy theory is that the lottery only exists to capture time travelers. I also now have a new favorite conspiracy theory. Oh, this banana bread riding the hell out of me and biting my neck, oh god. I don't think it's doing all of that. A few years ago, I told my 4-year-old kid, look, that's Michelle Obama, she's the first lady. He looked at me big-eyed and said, ever? My 4-year-old son approached me with a very solemn expression. Dad, why did you let the dinosaurs die? I remember having like a mental breakdown as a kid, realizing my parents would die. Yeah. What is the funniest thing a celebrity has ever done? Sabrina Carpenter's birthday cake. This meme is over 5 years old and on my camera roll, and it's only gotten more true. 1999 Dell CRT display. Retro gaming nostalgia rare, 150. Once these 15 million different stressful situations resolve themselves, I'm gonna be so normal again. I can be normal and not exhausted. Me in public, looking unapproachable until someone I like says hi to me. Men and women of Reddit, what's something you've learned from living with the opposite sex? If you try to hand a woman something that is enclosed in your fist, she will always think you're about to hand her a bug. Even if you've known her for years and never tried to give her a bug before, they'll never let their guard down when it comes to being handed a bug. Is this true? Why a bug? Doctor Strange has to resolve a multiversal war because his dumbass texted while driving once in 2016. There is a really good looking guy in my accounting class and his Insta was on private, so I sent him a follow request during class and he looked over at me and then denied the request. Outfit repeater, meal repeater, movie rewatcher, and proud. I just know what I like. Boys I shoot my shot at versus boys who shoot their shot at me. And when the hell did I shoot my shot with you? Brian has never expressed interest in this broad. World's oldest haunted house has passed away at the age of 207. Let's get it pregnant again. Thinking about putting these in one basket? All of my plans for the future involved me waking up tomorrow with a sudden sense of discipline and adherence to routine that I have never displayed even once in my life. Just got my report card back, bro. This school easy as hell. I gnaw on this tree in my backyard whenever I run out of Coke Zero. Every mental health professional I've ever talked to has been like, you have a lot of self-awareness. And I'm like, yes, I actually think that's a part of the problem. My 13-year-old cousin just moved to America. I hear an ice cream truck. Oh my god, I just saw it drive by my window. America's so magical. What do you mean you have an ice cream truck playing a jingle and driving around through neighborhoods? My nephew has a new classmate from Zimbabwe, and upon discovering that Zimbabwe is in Africa, these kids are 6. The first thing everyone asked him is if he's been to Wakanda. His reply, no, there are force fields around it. I would have said yes. I would have said, hell yeah, I've been to Wakanda. Hell yeah, my uncle's the king. Brenda Song and Macaulay Culkin living the sweet life. Every day he looks like, can you believe this is my wife? And I be hyped for him. By your avatar, I can see your parents' current relationship status. Hi, divorced. I eat too many carrots. I throw them up on the living room floor. I'm gonna need more carrots. Are they pretending to be a rabbit or am I just not getting this reference? I bet you won't get in the spider hole. I stagger out, covered in kiss marks. I'm not going in there. POV. Bro found out he ain't the father mid-deployment. Damn, he's going through it. Apparently more than 23 million people live in Cairo, and I couldn't tell you a single thing that comes out of here. I've never experienced what people describe as the horror of the void when looking at the stars, but I experience it every time I see an aerial photo of Cairo. Never give up. If this video gets 3,000 likes, actually no, too much effort. I was gonna say like, go somewhere with a Taco Bell and deserts. Retake this. No way. I love how she's still stupid as hell. What are you doing, Dory? What the hell is Nemo?
Just keep swimming.
I need to realize that life isn't about only being in love, but it's all I ever wanted. Life is about finding what makes you happy and doing that. And if that's love, that's love. Me resisting the urge to say, you can't park there, sir, at the man inside the burning car wrapped around a tree. You guys want me to do like video memes again? I haven't done a video with just straight video memes in a while. You guys did seem to like it though. Human to human, what sentence killed you, but you acted like it didn't mess you up inside? You're gonna make someone really happy, said by the only person I've ever wanted to make happy.